talk about your relationship through the years with the tackle manufacturers that you worked with, and just to get stuff dialed, and like especially lures, like how important. Just I find that fascinating.
It's one of the most I guess rewarding parts of what I get to do, especially now, and actually for the last probably 15 or 20 years now, is actually helping companies develop lures. What's interesting is a lot of companies, and we still see it, they create a lure, an engineer creates it, or whoever, a mold maker creates a lure. They put it in some nice packaging, and then they do some nice advertising behind it. Anglers go out and buy it. They bring it out on the water. They may or may not be successful. And if they're not successful, the product just kind of goes away. But it's the kind of thing where a company made some money because everybody had to try, my philosophy has always been on especially lure development is the walleyes get to tell you what's right. That flat out what it is. Now, do I have good ideas, or me and Gary have good ideas about what the bait should do, how it should rattle, how it should roll, how it should, look in the water, things like that? Absolutely. And that's what we design. Thankfully, we got involved with Berkley now, probably almost 20 years ago on lure designing. And they let us go through a process, basically that's required through our contracts with them. Any lure that we develop for them, they don't just get to, we need a lure out, we're going to bring it to market no matter what phase it's at. They have to wait till we prototype it, test it, make sure it's catching fish, refine it, make the production molds, test those. Then if everything is good, out goes the product. And that could take 2 years. It could also take 6 years, and that is very difficult for a lot of marketing people and sales people and advertising people and people who are worried about the bottom line of Pure Fishing or the company they're with to kind of get over, because it takes too long. It's an investment 4, 5, 6 years ahead of time to finally start making money. But if you go through that process, and we've proven it with flicker shads, flicker minnows, jointed hit sticks, all of those baits went through that process so that when they come out, people can pretty much take them out of the package, start pulling them around, and they catch fish. And because they do that, they go and buy more. Fishermen are super easy. If it catches a fish, I will buy it. Price, a little bit matters. Cheaper is better, of course. But if it catches fish, they buy it.
They buy it.
It's not a real, it's not real difficult concept to prove to anybody, because it's worked over and over and over again since people have been buying fishing lures. So it's a great process. Pure Fishing, I really give them credit, because there were several times where they wanted to bring out things early. There were several times when they threatened to even just throw us to the curb and just go on with their lives. But they stayed with the commitment to us, and we've brought out, especially with Pure Fishing, several great things that just really, really work well. So that's probably one of my proudest accomplishments in fishing, is to be able to come out with lures like that just help people catch fish. Because it's still what I really just want to do, is help you catch some fish. That's always what I've been my main goal in all of my career.
The thing, so when I look at like what Berkley's doing, with their hard baits, I mean, they have really stepped up their hard bait game. I've always been a fan, ever since I fell in love with power bait when I was 17 years old at a local quarry catching smallmouth, and saw the difference that it made, so I was sold on power bait very, very early, but to see what they've done with their hard baits now, and knowing that you guys really, the flicker shad and talking with you just off camera and just working with you so much, and just how you would tell stories about how long it took to get that action right on a particular bait. That gave me confidence to go they got a great flicker shad, selection here. I have no problem getting a flicker shad over, some other product, because I know how much was put into that bait. And I would hope, and I think they did, but like Berkley, just the fact that is great, just saying that's, that what it took just in their marketing that it took so much extensive testing to get this thing dialed in. Yeah, that's going to sell anglers.
The nice thing is because it was so successful, once we did get that all going, you're now seeing it with the bass guys a lot. You know, a lot of the different bass guys, Fritz and Hank Cherry, and a bunch of them now are designing them, but they're going through the same process we did. Design the bait, make sure the fish tell you it's a good bait, then it comes out. And so it's kind of cool to see that too, that the process we kind of pioneered is now being used throughout pure fishing. And there just really are making some great, especially hard baits, but you're even seeing in the soft baits now too.
Thanks for watching this clip from another fishing podcast. If you want to listen to the whole episode, all you got to do is click the link in the description, or to watch the full video, become a patron for as little as $1 a month at patreon.com/angling uploaded.